I want to be able to show them that I'm able to say that I'm wrong, or that I'm able to apologize. Apologize. Don't say I'm sorry. And when you apologize, you change your behavior.
And the actions, yep.
I think I did it in a tasteful way. Some of the feedback was like, yo, what's wrong with you? Yo, you wildin'. And I'm not saying nothing ill. It's just that's what's real. Like, don't call me about something you see on Facebook. Like, I'm a real person going through something.
Yo, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in to my new podcast, Invite Only, where I invite certain people into my space, into my domicile, and we talk about topics that are relevant to the guest. So if you like what you see and like what you hear, go ahead and subscribe for more videos, along with like and comment as well. Let's get the engagement up, and I appreciate you guys in advance. So let's roll the clip.
What's going on, y'all? It's Jovan Landry, the 1/3 filmmaker, 1/3 photographer, and 1/3 MC. Back again with another video. I got a special guest here. Her name is Jazlyn Anderson, aka AbSract Jazz. And we're on I know I'm so formal.
It's your girl.
Gang. This is my new series that I'm doing with my loved ones, my friends, just talking about different, conversations. And I was really inspired to have this conversation with Jazz because I saw a post that she put out not too long ago that just spoke on family and relationships and the expectations that we have with those people. And because I can relate to that. And yeah. But first, Miss Jazz, tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, who you be.
Myself, I am God's creation. We were just talking about that. That is who I am. But my name is Jazlyn. I also go by the name AbSract Jazz. I'm an artist, well known as a rapper, singer, actress, comedian,
photographer
in the making. Okay, look out for that. I'm a mom, I'm a wife. I am just here. I'm a spirit.
And you also have a business.
Yes, I'm also an entrepreneur. I run a decluttering business called Ade DeCluttering Services. You can hit us up. I'll give you all that information. You can put it, whatever in the captions. And then I also do graphic design, another one of my businesses. So this branched out of my brands, AbSract Jazz. So
perfect.
I wear many hats.
You better ask. Yeah, we got a song called You Better Ask. Mm-hmm. We got a couple songs together. So let's talk about the post that you put on Facebook.
Yeah, that post.
And the reactions that you got from it.
Well, the way I usually function in the Facebook world, it's just like a modern day Yellow Pages / kind of keep you can check in on your family on Facebook because it's what we use to share and connect. I mean, from the most dramatic things that people think it should be private to the most silliest things like cat videos, So it's just a place where people and robots meet. And it's never been like my go-to when I want to express myself. I mean, obviously I do that, in my art, my music. But in this particular situation and where I am in my life right now, where I am taking care of my parents, in a sense, more so than the way that they would take care of me. as an adult child, if you will. I don't know what the correct term that is, but like I'm still my parents' child.
You never stop being
You
their
never
child.
stop, and it's just like, who's throwing a barbecue? Like that question goes up and it's like, oh, we the ones that's supposed to be throwing a barbecue. So I feel like I'm stepping into that role, but I'm also realizing there are things that I have to cut away from in order to keep the lineage moving forward. Cause that's like the base of my beliefs, it's very Afrocentric, if you want to call it. But I look at family differently than maybe the Western culture, spits out at us, especially as women, get married, have kids and all that. But okay, you don't tell us really how to do it. And then, there's a lot of layers to it. But when it comes to family and mental health, that's something that I don't play with, I don't take lightly. And I feel like sharing that on that platform was a way for me to receive the support I was seeking for in my family. As most people do. But I think I did it in a tasteful way. Some of the feedback was like, yo, what's wrong with you? Yo, you wildin'. But it's like, I haven't heard from that person since you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying nothing ill. It's just, that's what's real. Like, don't call me about something you see on Facebook. Like, I'm a real person going through something. So you haven't reached out to me either,
Right, exactly. And like I was saying, the people that are offended are the people that it applies to. If it don't apply to you, why you getting mad?
Right. And then on the other spectrum of that, I received a lot of love. A lot of people telling me they can relate to that, or they feel like they're the one to, break the chains of the trauma, to push, the lineage further. And you can't go further holding on to old beliefs that no longer apply to today, or not even that they don't apply, they're just not relevant. Like, at the end of the day, what the baby boomers went through, the cost of milk and bread, that it was different for them than it is for us today. And so it's just about being that person to speak on that, and try to bridge those gaps, because we do need, the people that come before us, but they also need us. So we have to create that space, whether it's created for us or we have to create it ourselves by setting boundaries from family members.
Right. And it just goes to show, like, man, we're getting older, and now we are becoming like the matriarchs of our family. So it's like we're coming into like that responsibility when we're like, we still are like young.
Yeah, it came fast. I thought I had more time. My 20s was fun.
Your 30s was fun too?
My 30s are phenomenal, and I'm only 3 years in, but like, I am excited about getting better, wiser, older. It's a blessing to get older. So I don't fear that. So that's why where I stand today, I stand firm in it. And if I'm wrong, I'm humble enough to say I'm wrong, and I'll retract. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And I really appreciated that message, because right around the time you put that out, I was at my family reunion, and I have like struggles with one of my parents, and I have to give grace and think about like the source of what their upbringing is, as far as like just dealing with incarceration, their own parent situation, that from them being a child to being an adult, and that current relationship. And I was like, man, like I really, because in your message you were like, I have to be the one to heal. I have to be the one to do this. And that's what I was coming to realize. It was like a confirmation for me, where I'm like, okay, well, I can't expect this from this person because they don't have it.
You can't expect anything from anybody. Like, we say that, saying it and knowing it, those are different levels. But believing that, like how you breathe, and it's just easy to do. Like, we're doing that without even thinking about it. But what happens when you think about breathing? How you releasing that? Like, that's kind of how you gotta be when it comes to addictions. When it comes to, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, this might have ran in my family. There's a saying, this ran in my family, but it stopped when it got to me.
I heard that from you.
Yeah. I think,
yeah.
Yeah, so it's pressure. Yeah. It's pressure because you're saying the unpopular thing.
Yep. But something has to stop, and I really do think and know that our generation as millennials, we are the cycle breakers.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we are not afraid, even though as much as it may sting to that family member, something's got to change.
Yeah.
And at that family reunion, I did an exercise where we did one-on-one, like a one-on-one activity, asking and answering questions. And I'm seeing people crying and people like, that was really necessary. I don't think we had that before, like that kind of activity, because people do get-togethers.
Yes, it's above the surface.
Yeah.
How y'all doing? We doing good.
Right.
No,
Also good to see you.
Tell them that you about to lose your house, because that's what's really going on. Tell them that you've been diagnosed with an illness and there's no cure. Tell them the truth, because guess what? I'm pretty sure they got something that they're going through, or you got the answer to their problem.
Right. Exactly.
That's how I feel in my mind.
Yeah.
But I can't expect, that would be me expecting people to even understand. I can't expect anything from anybody, and that's very hard. I won't say it's hard, but for me, it's been a struggle accepting that and believing that. But I'm seeing how I'm healing myself by not having that on my heart, because then that creates resentment, and I don't want to be that example for my children. You know what I'm saying? I also have to look at that. I want to be an example that, like I said, even when I'm wrong, I want to be able to show them that I'm able to say that I'm wrong, or that I'm able to apologize. Apologize. Don't say I'm sorry. And when you apologize, you change your behavior.
And the actions. Yep. Hello.
And I ain't giving you a timeline. But if I don't see it, you ain't going to see me.
Hello.
If I don't see the change in the behavior, you're not going to see me.
Boom.
You won't be in my presence.
Right, because the insanity, like they say, insanity is when you keep expecting the same result or a different result doing the same thing.
I ain't doing that no more. No. I've done that.
Right. and that's the thing.
Looking for peace in a world that feels chaotic? Ade DeCluttering Services is here to restore the peace in your life. This is how we do it. We create a simple custom treatment to revamp your sacred space. Our 4-step process of take away that feeling of feeling overwhelmed. We sort, repurpose, declutter, and simplify, seasonally, of course. Your home is a sacred space. We believe that one must release the energy or the stuff that no longer contributes to one's inner peace. So if you've had clutter, give us a call now for a free consultation. And follow us on Instagram.
Like, we have so much life to live, you know, and we want to live it happily.
I do.
You know, as much as we want those relationships with those people, you know, there's so many, you have to think about all the other people that are there that's willing to love you how you need to be loved and want to be loved.
Like Bree.
Like my Bree.
Like her dog.
Yeah. That's the most unconditional love you can get is from a pet. I would say. Because... Shoot, we was out with Park Fest and we came back and she was still like so happy, you know?
Yeah.
So we can learn a lot from pets.
That's a perspective that I can see that. Because I felt that way when I saw her when I was coming in.
Yeah.
And she ran to me. But I've also had that feeling with my children. But I haven't experienced it yet, but I've experienced it as a child who has grown up to an adult that I am today. There's that point when your kid grows up to where, you know, they're not running to you to hug you anymore. And like dogs will always do that, you know, as long as they're in good health. You know? They might run a little slower, but they still happy to see you.
Right.
Yeah. So, I can see your perspective, and I'm going to see what it's like when my kids get older.
Right. A few more things. Yeah, like you say, you have to be the one. Sometimes be the change you want to see. And then you also mentioned like where people are at, you know, accepting people for who they are and where they're at, and that they can't get.
Because you cannot. The only person you can heal is yourself. The only person you can heal is yourself. The only person you can heal is yourself. The only person that you can heal is yourself. And I'm telling myself that, but I'm also telling you, and I'm also telling you.
Yes.
Like, that's you. And if somebody asks you, just turn them down. Because, no, seriously, because you can't do it for them. You can give them books. You can take them to retreats. You can make them a leafy green salad. You know, you could do all the stuff. And I mean, you can do the stuff for yourself and it might not work. But it's up to you to find out what does work. And it's not up for you to figure out what does work for somebody else.
Hello.
So, as much as you love them, loving them is enough. Loving them is enough. Loving them is enough for them to heal. That's really all you can give a person. And that love can look like you doing the love languages, whatever. It could be acts of kindness, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
You know love. You know what love is. You know. But yeah.
Yeah.
Love. And love yourself.
Yes, and love yourself.
Boom.
Boom. Where can people stay in touch with you? Listen to your music. Get a consultation.
Okay, so I have music. It's pretty much on all the streaming platforms. You know, Spotify, Apple, Amazon. I have a few projects out.
The healing sounds on you.
Yeah,
1 through
speaking
3.
of healing, I have a volume of healing sounds that you can use during your healing for you. So you can listen to it. You can find all of those volumes 1, 2, and 3 on all your streaming platforms. Or if you really love me, I'm just saying, if you really love me, you can pay for it on Bandcamp. But I understand, you know, if you ain't got it, but you want to heal, that's why it's there for you for free for now. And then if you also have some clutter in your house and in your life, I can help you with that. You can reach me at 313-355-0269. You can text or call Monday through Friday during regular business hours of 8 and 7. Okay?
All right, you're so professional. But thank you for being on, talking with me, sharing your story, and helping others through that.
Yes. Don't pay no attention to me.
Right.
Yes.
Hey, but you can declutter it.
There you go.
Right.
No, God gonna declutter my life, but I can declutter your house.
Right. Mm-hmm. All right now. Peace. Yay!
That was good.
That was.
Killer prices dealing with iller vices. It's a piece of party, passing out slices, hashing out ciphers like ISIS. I be the nicest, self-righteous, ooh, into the light. Couldn't even write this or recite this. I might just put my hand in the air, balled into a tight fist. Couldn't even